Gonna have a couple of tank busters, just don't be in front. Kitchen sink this one. Ring long, one or the other. And don't be in front for this one either. We're going to get some chains to just stay stacked up. Wait for the chains. And then we're going to break them and go behind any of the walls. Any of the walls. Back on the boss. Close to the middle-ish. This AoE's around the edge, and we're going to be moving out towards one. The clone's going to dash through the middle, we'll follow them round. And then we'll be going behind wall number 2. Behind the wall. Back on the boss. And stay stacked just between B and A. These ads are going to jump around a little bit and they'll do some lines. Dodge these lines that are coming up now. And then we'll be standing on tiles. Blue tiles. The next two will have the earth shakers from the middle. We're standing on sand. Everyone on sand. Earth shakers are going up now. Point them away. Earth shakers going out again. And everyone on tiles. And dodge the lines. Have a raid wide. Maybe. No, into Cardinals of the boss. Numbers are mostly safe. Back to the middle. We'll have AoEs, dashes again, but this time with sword cleaves. And we're moving up towards C. Follow the dashes around. And then we are going front, back, back, front. Front first. Back, back. And front. Looking away from 4. And moving away from 3. James, and a red wide. Solo tank buster in front. Stops the sand and tiles with the sword cleaves. And we are going front, back, back, front. Front on sand. Back, back on tiles. And front. And one more on sand. Looking away from 2, and we're moving away from 3. And lines. Raid wide. And here the Shumers will start rising now. Just be front or behind. Just don't be on the sides, that'll be next. Dead. Almost dead. Definitely dead. There we go. Good job. Cups ahead, don't run too far too quickly. Grab your personal loot. Sir?
I said I was holding because I thought we were waiting for 3. Sorry.
It's alright. All Rays are dead. And then we can go on ahead. Just care the traps don't auto run. And everyone's up. Sweet. Nothing to really note for Dahu. It's mostly the same as normal. A couple of differences though. Some numbers may go out, so if you have a number above your head, you just take it to the corresponding marker. Otherwise, just mostly be behind or far out. At least that way, then it's easy to dodge the side cleave. You've got to move into the first one as soon as it disappears. Other than that, dodge orange. Ready checks, and then we'll go.
Typing F.
Hmm?
I keep typing F.
FS.
As in being used to
A. We'll say B's ready. C, D, E, F. Countdown then. We'll pull in about 22 seconds. That was an early dance. 15 for the dancers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. First up's a couple of screams, which would drop a load of rocks everywhere, so yeah, dodge orange. 2, 3, let's go do it again. And then it's going to turn and dash. It's dashing north, don't be in front. And it's going to turn and dash again. Dash and south-ish towards 3. Be on the sides. Dodge the cone. And then we're going to go back to middle. As around the edge, you're going to do some lines in sort of like a circle shape. Just dodge those. And then numbers are going to go out. So if you get a number above your head, just take it to the marker. 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Side cleaves up next. Left side. And into it. And then you're going to get knocked to any safe spot around the edge. Find one and get knocked into it. Back on the boss. Don't be in front or on the right. Gonna spin around doing a cone in front. There'll be some ads, but we can just ignore them. Build up your jog gauges. Keep Ashwin healed. Just be inbound later. And dead. Good job. To Queen's Guard.
It's a wall.
Hmm?
I think I just saw you facepalm the wall.
Oh yeah, I was typing in Discord.
I saw.
Okay, get that Queen's Guard command out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so healers, you can now slot in either your Spellforge or your Steel Sting. What these do, whoever you apply it to, will make them do either magic or physical damage only. As the bosses will only be vulnerable to one of those kinds. There's a little table in the DRS chat to show you who needs what. So if you have Spellforge, anybody in the Spellforge column you buff, and anybody, if you have Steel Sting, anybody in the Steel Sting column you buff. The hybrid column needs either one or the other, so once it's called out, you may need to buff those guys in your party, the hybrid guys. Rest of us, you may need to click off one of these buffs off your buff bar. Be either the purple or the yellow. If you're not able to, or you're a controller player, whichever's easier, you can either right-click the buff off your buff bar, or you can use the macro that's in DRS chat. So if you have one of the buffs that needs to be removed, you use the macro, and it gets rid of it for you. At least then you can drag that onto your hotbar, use it as a keybind. To note for healers as well, if any of the DPS don't remove it, you can overwrite it with the correct buff. So just keep an eye. Otherwise, you won't be doing any damage whatsoever. So mechanics in this fight, very similar to normal, except two of them kind of happen at the exact same time. In the first phase, we'll have the bomb mechanic. So depending on if you have a tether or you have the debuff that the tether applies to you, you'll go either a big or a small bomb. I'll call out which one you need to go to if you have the debuff. You can see the debuff in DRS chat as well as the little set of scales, purple set of scales. As well, there will be the Knight's mechanic where we'll either have to take the bombs on the edge of the arena or there will be a knockback from the middle. The Knight does dash through the middle, so you don't want to be dead middle. It's only a little knockback, so being about halfway out, roughly where I'm about now, a little bit further, you've got quite a bit of room with it, just so you don't get clipped. I'll call out which markers to get knocked towards, but if you want to work it out for yourself, it's either side of wherever the Knight is, who's somewhere around the edge of the arena. And obviously, yeah, if it's sword, then we go on the edge. Take the bombs on the edge. It will as well have another mechanic which will use the same debuff or tether. So with the debuff, you'll be going to wind. If you do not, you will be going to lightning. Directly after that, we'll pop sprint, we'll run to the Knight in the centre, and we'll be going either inside or outside of the Knight's hitbox while dodging the 3 cleaves that come out of the ground, wherever there isn't one. I'll call out where to move towards. I'll call out the boss position, also the mark directly after as well. Second phase is mostly just following the callouts. The only mechanic that you need to resolve yourself is the gunner's mechanic, where you will have a circle around you, but it's not a full circle, it's got a little cutout in it for an open side. For that, you need to face that open side towards the incoming attack, which will be the gunner in the centre first, and then directly after there will be some turrets on Bravo or Delta side, which you face it to straight after. Just face towards one of the turret arrows, and that's it. Other than that, it's run to whatever marker I say. Fire or ice, just keep moving or stop moving. And lastly, the third phase, which is where we have a whole bunch of orbs along with the 4 adds, which are the same as normal. The ads just attack the open size, don't attack the shielded size, otherwise you get knocked back and you'll get a little ruin stack. The orbs is two kinds. There's two aura spheres, one in the north, one in the south. DPS will be DPSing down as quickly as possible. As soon as we go into the third phase, all tanks will have their stances on. This will be picking up the aggro of these aura spheres. Then once it's dead, a spike check will go out. Be a mark above your head. If you get that, you just invuln, turn your stance off. That's it. Healers have a bit more of a duty there. There are a whole bunch of orbs scattered around the arena. And we'll have one healer per party take caring of an orb. If you have a look in DRS chat, there is a little map as well, which will show you the positions of all the orbs. Just decide between your party who's going to take the H1 or the H2 orb relative to your party letter. Just make sure you know where your orb is. What you do with these orbs, you will use your light curtains to reflect the damage back to them. You want to pop your light curtain no later than when the AoE appears around the orb. Just be careful though, it does use a GCD, so if you're attacking using your dot or anything like that, you may not apply it, so just be careful. Use your light curtain, stand in the AoE, reflects damage back, kills it. If your co-healer's dead, you've got to take care of their orb as well. They do two AoEs around them, so you've got time to do one, and then move over to the other and take care of that one. That's mostly about it. So, if you've got any questions, then by all means, please do ask. We'll do ready checks. And yeah. Plays on anyway. I need my excellence. There you are. Perma excellence target. Thanks, Heg.
Somebody has to do it.
Oh yeah, of course. You are welcome to move up to the bosses, just don't target them, especially if you're fizz range. We don't want them to move out. Out, 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 out. Run away. Use a bit of mitt, shield, whatever. And that's why we do not target bosses.
If you're new here, if everybody wipes, you have to restart the whole instance. So,
Yeah, we don't mess around with full timers.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, you can move up to them, just do not target them whatsoever until we are ready to pull. A, B, C, D, F is ready. Echo. Unless I can't have missed it.
Oh, yeah.
F again.
Yeah.
He's ready. Okay, then we'll do our countdown. All four of them will be on the middle. Do a couple of AoEs possibly, so I'll just AoE them down first before they jump away. Oh, who was doing the soldier in the night, by the way?
I can't, my stance is already on.
Sweet. I saw it and I reminded myself that, oh, I've got to do it, got to do it. Never did. There we go, all done. Warrior's going to be at Bravo, Knight's going to be in the centre. And we're going to be removing purple and buffing yellow. Remove Spellforge, buff Steel Sting. First up is the bomb mechanic. We'll be getting a knockback from the middle. If you have a tether, you're going to small. If you don't have a tether, you're going to big. Knockback from the middle towards 3, 4, D, Free or C. If you drop down, move to where a bomb just exploded. Back on the bosses. Spell the warrior. And a raid wide. Next up will be the wind or lightning. Tether to wind, no tether to lightning. After that, we'll be going towards the knight in the centre. And we're going outside of his hitbox, towards the front, towards A. Outside the hitbox. Back on bosses, dispel, and raid wide. Tank busters as well. They're mostly about level, so we just kill them. Good damage. Okay, soldiers on Delta, gunners in the centre. Yep, perfect. First up are the fire frogs. We're going to be going between the second set of frogs that move. Can't get melee uptime on the gunner, by the way. Don't jump between the two frogs. And we'll be going towards Charlie. You have your open side. Face it towards the gunner in the centre. And a turret on the side. Backbusters. And a raid wide. Let the turret adds next. Our two tanks will pick them up. Two main tanks. Wink wink.
I know, I have the message now. I will not forget again.
And the rest of us can DPS them down. Kill quickly enough, they want us to invul it. Right. Invul on the sniper shot if you need to. And a raid wide. Nice. But have either the fire or ice next. You can keep moving or stop moving. And at the end of the cast, when you stop moving, shoot your weapon, don't do anything. Stop, stop. And carry on. And kill bosses. Okay, tanks, if you still have your invuln, stances on now, all of you. ABC to A, DEF to C, healers to your spots. Get ready to reflect. The rest of us focus down the aura spheres. Invuln the spike check, and we can attack the ads in the meantime. Careful for parries. And the open sights. DPS on the ads. And open size, we'll have some more orbs in a second. Focus down the aura spheres. Here, there's reflect. Inbound the spike check. Here's you can start a rising, and the rest of us can kill the ads. No damage on them. Oh, good job. Close. Very close. 2 treasure coffers. One's hidden under the A marker, just so you don't miss it. Yeah, got 1 DC, but it's okay, got a little bit of time. Ooh, we have our banish as well. Oh, there we go. Phantom is easier than normal. We have the donut that would just follow down from A or D. Just be a little bit quicker as it moves a little bit faster. And then we'll be jumping between 2 of the number markers. I'll call out which ones to go to. There won't be ads, we won't see it. Right? Right?
What ads?
Yeah, we won't see ads, right?
There's
There's
ads. What? What are you talking about?
Mystical excellence stereotype. Just make sure not to, or make sure healers don't all run away yet. There's might be some dead.
Quick reminder, your stances should be off now.
Yep, your duty is done.
I feel personally attacked.
Do you reckon I'm getting excellence in here and then? Yeah, I will. Sod it.
I'm saying that now because this is when I remember that my stance was turned on and have to turn it off.
Hirano adds in passing, so.
Somebody said BA?
No, Barsing, so. BA, Baldestian Arsenal sing, so.
Sing square and X. Okay. Got it.
We will say that later.
The forbidden
BA's
word.
Squeening.
Better content anyway.
Oh,
Right, rest of us can do our ready checks though. A, B, D, E, and F again. And
Did you really use a super reaction on that?
huh?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I have 4 left.
You get like so many per month or something.
I have no ideas for some of them.
I only saw it pop up once. I was like, what the hell is this shit? I don't like it really. Yeah, double check stances are off. And we'll do. tiny little raid wide at the start, but just don't worry about it. Need to either Alpha or Delta, and we are going to Delta. Follow the donut down. And move over to 3. We jump in between 3 and 4. 3 cleaves on 4, then we'll move over. Use this time to start building your job gauges. Over to 4, dead.
So you were talking about like these ads, like we've never seen it before. Thought we lost it, like you lost it or something.
I think a few of us popped excellence, to be honest. Shot his head, by the way. You can walk directly into middle room as long as you follow the middle line, just don't go off to the sides. Here we go. One in the hallway. Doorway, we're going to call it. Don't auto run into this, hug the wall.
Cake by air raiding.
And more traps.
Because I don't trust anybody. Done too many DRS runs with Airy.
I mean, this
Wow.
like, last DSR we did, like that happened, so I don't blame you.
Such a bully.
It's not a bully if it's the truth.
I mean, you know. Anybody that no longer has any re-raises left, if you stand over to the left-hand side, and any DPS that can apply it to those guys, then please do. That's what you use your lost re-raise for. Okay, Trinity around. Hopefully this is the one that everyone's done a little bit of research on. But I'll briefly go over everything anyway. Okay, so this fight, aim of the game is to get yourself to a neutral temperature. So you get hit by the opposite of whatever you have. We'll see each of the weapons. First time around, it's very similar to normal. Meteors are much the same, there's just no safe spot in the middle. Arrows is very similar. There's just more paths, and they are not telegraphed as to which way the arrows are going to go. You can work it out by either placing the arrow. Basically, if the arrow can take a turn, it will take a turn. Or you can just follow the patterns that are in DRS chat. I'll call out which pattern it is, and then you just resolve your arrow accordingly. And the one that's majorly different is the sword, which is all 4 sword cleaves happen at the exact same time. There'll be 4 adds, or 4 clones. And they'll be around the number markers somewhere. You can see a little gif in DRS chat to show you how it kind of is going to look. But basically, there's only going to be one safe spot which doesn't get cleaved. It'll be either 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'll call it out. And you want to move in towards your sword cleave from that safe spot. Just don't be diagonal from it. It'll either be front, behind, left, or right. 1 square. Never be diagonal, it will kill you. Second time around that we see the weapons, if we see the weapons, will be with an extra little gimmick, which is the elemental brand debuff. It's like a second temperature. However, it resolves after the mechanic has finished. To make it a bit easier, just ignore the temperature above your head. Just look at your debuff bar for the two debuffs, two temperature debuffs. Add them two together to work out your true temperature. You then, though, know what you need to get hit by. For swords, it is possible that you may need to get hit twice. So you may have two hots or two hot-cold debuffs, for example. And for bow, it is possible that your elemental brand will cancel out your temperature. So that in that case, you will just follow the empty arrow space. So the invisible arrow, which has no temperature on it. Other than that, at least one tank per party needs to have either shield slotted. Except for my party, because, you know, we're mega.
Wow.
Yeah, all the raid wise apply a nasty little bleed tick, so we'll need to use ether shield for those. I'll call out when to do it. I'll pre-call a raid wide just so healers have a little bit of time to heal up before it. And lastly, all three of the tank busters are shared. So for those, all tanks will need to be in front. Which one will be right at the start, so as soon as we roll, all tanks will be in front. That's mostly about it, so you can do ready checks, questions, whatever. Pop your buff food, it's about time for it to come to be refreshed. So you could just head. Food.
Oh, I did it again. There.
Is it weird?
F is actually ready though as well.
Oh, nice. Cirilla knew that. A, B, C, E, and F. Let's wait for Dells to finish up.
Spending on one.
No worries. There it is. Got him.
Given seeing actions on the first side of the running part, I'm going to say we're ready.
So you're ready? Okay then, let's do our countdown. And the extra mechanics I'll explain on the fly. It's nothing to worry about though. Let's go. All tanks are in front for the shared buster. And ether shields up. See each of the weapon previews. Start first, so we'll be moving away. And then it's got a couple of seconds. Out now. Next up is behind. And the last one will be in front. Oh no. Crowd TDC. And everyone in front. We're going to start out with the sword cleaves first. Save any of your big stuff. And our first safe spot is on 3. Be on or next to 3. Do not be diagonal from 3. And our second safe spot is on 1. On or next to 1.
He made it pretty far.
He has, hasn't he?
He resolved his debuff.
Did he actually? Good job, great. Back on the boss. Keep the shields up. And we're moving away next. Out, out, out. He's still alive.
Oh,
We're going to have the meteors next. You have your temperature. You're also going to get a force march as well. You know, your force march will take you to the correct meteor from the middle. Force march, check your temperature, and go to the correct meteor. Force march towards it.
no.
Back on the boss, face towards the middle. When it's behind us in this, sorry. Actually, recenter anyway. Aether shields. Boss recenter, we're going behind. All tanks will be in front for the shared buster that's coming up. And everyone check your force march. You're going to let your force march take you 2 squares towards either Delta or Bravo. Towards Bravo. Force march to Bravo, 2 squares. Not bad. Okay, you have your temperature. Find your arrow. And it's pattern number 2. Walk to the correct square. About right. Keep the shields up. And now can just face towards the middle. Everyone's going to be in front. In front. Perfect. Also recenter, and we're going into the second set of sword moves. Check your temperature, check your elemental brand. Add your 2 debuffs together. You may need to get hit twice here. And our first save spot is on 4. Be on or next to 4. Remember, diagonal from 4 is death. 2 is death. And our second save spot is on 2. Be on or next to 2. Back on the boss. Raid wide. Eat the shields. And we'll be moving away next. Ow, ow, ow. Temperature, elemental brand, this time we'll be walking manually to your meteor while dodging some columns on the outside. Only one tile per corner is going to be safe. The inner corners are safe, the inner white tiles. Yeah, you can wait to hear the LB3s, ether shields. And now you can hear the LB3 because you did it a little bit too soon. People won't have ether shield. Behind. Yep, good job. Yeah, be careful there.
The only group that did it was mine, and I waited until I managed to hold ether shield until just after they were alive.
Lucky.
I think.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's alright.
But yeah, do it too late or do it too soon. Yeah, the raid wide will play bleed people without ether shield. It'll kill them. Okay, I think people have gone to the mini trap already. Question mark?
Yep.
Sweet.
Extreme is on the way. I think they might be being followed by a few people.
Awesome.
They're both popped already.
Bit of press to do with first. Two seconds.
Don't run ahead once you load back in.
They're all traps, yes.
There's one more on the bridge.
Something door.
Was it Amazon?
Nah,
Is
not
it-
this time.
Is it me?
Oh yeah, right. We're not in BA.
Nah, it's Postman. Okay. Supposed to Trino. There's a couple of pictures in DRS chat, which I'll explain in a second. But 4 tanks that can kite some ants on the right hand side. So familiar with the fight at least. Be nice. There you go. I'll be nice to you this time.
Ah, okay.
There we go. Okay. Brief explanation for this boss. The killer of this boss is the ad phase. The rest of the fight, just follow the course for the most part. So for the ad phase, we have our 4 tanks. There will be 4 ads. All our 4 tanks will go to the corresponding markers, pick up the ads, and just keep your distance from them. Use your range attack, drag them around the arena clockwise. Rest of us, healers, you will be on the inner ring, and rest of us will be on the outer ring. You can see them on the arena already, they're a little bit lighter colour. Healers, your duty is to reflect the fire orbs with your light curtains, and need at least a couple of healers with Dispel in, just to dispel the earth orbs, and then you can just apply dot to it to kill it. hear him popping, so I assume that's a spell. Rest of us, though, yeah, we'll be going towards the 3 marker, and we'll be DPSing down the ads one at a time. We'll be DPSing down counterclockwise, so we'll start with the 3rd one, then the 2nd, 1st, then lastly 4th. Lost my train of thought. There are some traps as well. I was meant to say. Not long after the ad phase starts, there will be some traps between the number markers on the outer ring. So, shortly after we go to the marker, you want to be on a number position. You don't want to be in between them, otherwise you may pop the trap. The kiting tanks will, once the traps go out, can pop their invuln, run round to the next marker. I'll pop the trap. Healers in the middle, just keep an eye on them in case they're they got a bleed, especially if they're a gunbreaker, and if they're a Dark Knight as well for the explosive traps. Other than that, just don't use any of your big damage stuff once we pull. We'll save all of our damage for the ad phase. Oh, and the debuffs. 2 debuffs. They are in DRS chat. You can see them there, the push and the pull. They go out a couple of times. We may see it twice. We may only see it once. For those debuffs need to be resolved inside a notch. There are notches on the cardinals and the intercardinals of the rings. For those, you need to resolve them either push one, you resolve on the inner notch to get pushed out, and the pull one, you resolve on the outer notch, right in front of the 3 marker here, you can see, to get pulled in. Other than that, the notches will be used to dodge the lightning AoE that goes around the edge, so anytime you see lightning around the ring, just be in a notch. Other than that, watch your feet for puddles, and we'll be fine. Just to note as well, the ads do move very, very slowly. If a tank dies, any tank that can, just pick it up, keep dragging it around the arena clockwise. If you're DPS, and it's on you, same again, just keep your distance from it, drag around the arena clockwise, it will not hurt you as long as it doesn't smack you. They move quite slow, you'll be fine. Okay, so ready checks, questions, the usual. Yeah. Start at 3. A, B, D, and F are good.
We have to be super quiet so he doesn't find us.
Oh, you know what? Might as well do the same then. For the last ads. Here, target me and then you can target. Go, nice. Okay, C's ready, so we'll do our countdown. So yeah, save any of your big damage stuff, we'll wait until the ads. Yeah, let's go. Just be close to the boss, as there'll be 3 cone AoEs. We'll have to use a knockback immunity at some point as well. And use your knockback immunity now. Be close to dodge the 3 cones. Okay, tanks to your spots, healers on the inner ring, everyone else towards 3. Traps will be going out very soon, so move back to a number marker if you have to. Thanks for an invuln and sweep the traps. to the next stab. You have your debuff. Check what you got and resolve it now. Resolve your debuffs. Stick them in, spaghetti monster out. On to the next stab. Be a notch in a notch. On to the last ad. Dodge puddles. Gonna get a debuff, but don't worry about it. On to the boss. So it will be a couple of lightning puddles, well 3 of them actually. If you get a marker above your head with a purple one, take it out to the edge of the arena. Then move out of it once you've placed it. Gonna be moving out in a second. Move out, max casting range. Back on the boss, another 2 sets of lightning puddles. Another set going out now. And away from the proximity. There'll be 3 cleaves after, so be far away or close. Start Rising the Dead. And we're basically done. Grab your personal loot. And we'll just wait a sec before going ahead. Good job. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, looks like everybody's up, so we can go ahead.
Decide to cross it, and you will lose your certainties. That I promise you. I can see pain and anguish, death even.
It's a
No,
redesign, but
nobody did the cheat code over the teleport
world.
thing. Sad face.
Will forever be trapped in Plato's main cave. The child is Siegfried, and the entire game only follows him. So instead of bouncing around, we'll have something more consistent and straightforward. Let's cross the border into the real
excellence target marked with a nice triangle.
Or maybe just die. Ring 2 has introduced some platforming. It's one of the most pathetic jumps I've seen in a game. It's not even a jump really, it's more like a frolic. I didn't know you could condense frolicking into a single unit, but there it is. After frolicking over the gap, now you can go into the real world. There's some drone footage of
so
Siegfried
Queen's
and now in the world.
Queen, not Queen's Guard, but it is basically Queen's Guard
The world is
2.0.
a scary place.
Because majority of mechanics are recycled from QG.
The first of Siegfried's trials
What you
is
can
getting past
expect
the
from this
spider,
fight
which is easy if you take it slow.
Is
After that, you find
the
a
Tethered Wind and
strange
Lightning,
altar, which
same
is
as
going
from
to
the
need some
first
options.
first
This is where
phase.
things get trickier.
Here, love.
This time it
God
will be
auxiliary
with
agency.
the gunner's
If you know
open
the
side.
virtues of
Yeah, gunner
vigilance,
at 1 this
walk
time,
confidently
and
towards
the
him. He
Taurus
gives
Beyond
his
Bravo and
gifts
Delta, same
to
as
those who know how to listen
as
to
before.
the signs.
We will also have the knockback from the middle. Same again for that one, just
The
be about
sign
halfway
is
out.
listening for the calling
This
of
will be
crows.
while
A
dodging the
certain
Queen's
sound
half
indicates
arena
the
cleave.
fire in the tunnel will stop for a moment. Once
Shortly
you
after
figure
that,
it out, it's pretty
There will
straightforward.
be the
though it's
exploding
still takes
clones,
a
which we
while.
didn't see.
You see a
but we'll get
statue
away
of our
from
old
the
friend
young,
Log,
we'll get away
grab
from the
his
tethered
bolt.
set
First item down,
while
fairly
dodging the
painlessly.
Queen's half arena
It doesn't
cleave
go
again.
on the altar, it just makes a new triangle. So it
Oh,
should
well,
form the
it's
same
one,
symbol in the
two.
dagger. One more
Mostly.
to go. This one is far down a path among a bunch of
Uh,
obstacles. It's
Directly
worth the jog.
after the second super chest, there will be the Knights mechanic, so we'll just stay stacked up in front of Queen. The Knight will jump towards us, and we go either inside or outside the Knight's hitbox while dodging the 3 cleaves, same as phase 1 again. Directly after, there will be the bouncing turrets, so as long as you're not in the orange or in front of a turret arrow, then you are absolutely fine. Last one, if we see it, is the bomb mechanic. So depending on tether / debuff, depends whether you go to a big or a small bomb. This will be first a knockback from the blue line, and then we'll have either fire or ice. So it's fire, straight after knockback, stop moving, stop doing anything, then bomb to your bomb after. If it's ice, then you just keep moving, and then keep moving when you want a bomb. Couple of unique mechanics here. We have the North Swing Slow, which is 3 little orange dots, which will be on 3 of the number markers. We get away from wherever the lines intersect. This happens right at the start in Easy Chess, and it also happens during the first round of display, which will be the tethered wind and lightning. So I'll call out which letter marker to run towards, and then you just adjust accordingly. One other thing that's unique is one of the raid words happens twice. It will bring up a sovereignty gauge. Once that reaches 100, this is what everybody's light cones are for. You should all have a couple in your holster. This is what this is for. Pop your light cones, stand the lightning orbs, reflect the damage back, and that'll make a safe spot for us. We only need to reflect 1, so don't need to worry about running around and trying to reflect them all. Just need 1 to make a safe spot. At the same time as well, once you pop your reflect healers, you will need to dispel the Queen about 5 times, so just spam it. Last 2 things, tank busters are require a couple of swaps here. I think we've already got 3 tank swaps, so I'll just settle for that. I think you're all Paladins Gunbreakers. Yeah, you are, that'll do. Tank busters will be 2 cleaves which are involved. After the second cleave, the next tank in line will provoke. And for the super chests, for that, I can tell you where to go. Just add your 2 debuffs together. You'll have 2 number debuffs, add them together. I'll tell you where to stand. That's mostly just about it. For the super chest, when you resolve it, it will resolve in 2 halves. You walk a certain number of squares, whatever number's above your head. You stop. Some Queen's Guard will do some AoEs, and then you resolve your debuff into the safe spot. Safe spot will only be on either A or C. So face towards it, move away from it. I'll tell you where to stand. Relative to facing towards the safe spot. Okay, so ready checks. If you've got any questions, by all means ask. A, B, C, D, E, and F. We are all ready. Okay, so Tank Provider's got their starts on, which I believe is Ashran's. Countdown. Let's go. First up will be a raid wide. Ether shields up. And then we'll be going into easy chess. I'll call out where we get to me to run towards, and then we'll adjust accordingly. And we're going to run towards Charlie. Charlie's not safe, but the backside of the black tile in front is. And then right side. Towards 3. Or left side, either one. Our first tank buster coming up. Tank 1 can inbound. Second slash, and tank 2 provoke. Ether shields up. We're going in super chest shortly, so save any bursts. Add your 2 numbers together, we're going to end up on Charlie. We are going to have 5 behind 2, 6 on A, 7 behind 1. 5 behind 2, 6 on A, 7 behind 1. Pretty sure I'm right there. Yeah. And we're going to resolve down the 2 and the 3 column. I resolve with everybody, but I just don't like resolve it myself every time. Back on the boss. Raid Rod coming up. Eat the shields. Somebody change the markers.
Yeah, I just noticed before he pulled.
Neither did I.
There's still cards behind, right?
Just for some reason they're in the corner. White curtains dispel. White curtain of a hotbar. And be inside of a dome. Dispel the queen. Dispel, dispel, dispel. Dispel. Thank you. First one at display. Have a tether to wind or lightning. You have a tether, you're going to wind. If you don't have a tether, you're going to lightning. I'm going to wait for the north wind to blow first, though. And we're moving towards Bravo. Debuff to wind, no debuff to lightning. You have your open side faces a gunner towards one. And a turret on the side. Tank 2 can invuln. And tank 3 provokes, spot on. Second one at display with a knockback from the middle, along with the queen cleaving. Remember, I'll be about halfway out. I'll tell you where to get knocked towards. And up towards 3. Halfway out. Up to that. Get towards B. Left side of A. Yeah, left side of A. That's majorly tripping there. Override right next. Eat the shields up. I'm going to be going to super chest again. add your devos together, we're going to end up on Alpha. We're going to have 5 on 4, no, 5 behind D, 6 on 4, 7 in front of C. I'm not tripping.
I just crashed.
Good job. Okay. Walk over many squares.
I know there's a gunbreaker in there, so be ready to take aggro.
Yeah. Any gunbreaker that can provoke, just stance on, provoke it as soon as we come out. Literally as soon as we come out, because it's going to be a tank buster. Gunbreaker or Paladin, either or. Stance on. Provoke now. Don't care who it is.
There is only one gunbreaker and there's no spare paladins.
There they are. And inbound. Perfect. All done. And healer LBs, yeah. Forgot to call it. Healer LB can tend to be quick about it though. And everyone's stuck up between 2 and 1. Where we are, mostly now. Shield. We'll be staying inside the knight's hitbox, going to jump towards us. We'll stay inside, small safe spots, behind-ish. A bit skewed, it's okay. And then dodge the turrets. Light curtains, dispel. Otherwise get away from lightning moves. Inside of a dome. Yeah, you dispelled the stone. Sweet. I'm gonna hear the LB, then do it now. And it shuts up. And kill the boss. Last chance to heal the LB3. Dead. Good job. Easy as that. Oh, and the disconnect got there. Good job. Not bad, not bad. I think there's another DRS like run pretty soon. It's not for about 2 hours, is it?
Oh, that's a beer.
No, there's another DRS run. There's some people on this one are on.
What's the...
Don't know. So what we can do, if anybody fancies it, we can go for a second one. Really earn that mount. Get some extra loot. Any tank's got a sacrifice as well, if you can raise any of the guys that are dead, that'll be nice.